Hey guys, this is Dominique, Teen Librarian Assistant with Durham County Library. And today we happened across a flat tire, a co-worker's flat tire, so we're going to show you how to change the tire. In my hand I have my jack, which I'm going to go ahead and put underneath the car. When you're putting it under the car, you make sure you find the metal groove, not the framework of the car, because it will buckle, it will drop. Find the metal. So I'm going to go ahead and get down on the ground and find this metal.
But before you do that, Dominique,
you always need to make sure that you have your emergency brake on before changing a tire. Thank you, my trusty dusty co-worker.
yeah.
All right. Down on the ground, she has already put her emergency brake on.
Yes.
Don't be afraid of the ground.
Is it afraid of you?
Well, most times it is. Now there's a groove underneath here. I found the groove.
She's in the groove.
It's a good metal groove. I'm gonna go ahead and up my jack some. Not to the point where I am putting pressure, too much pressure on the car, but to the point where I can't move my jack.
Is that groove all the way across?
It is from the back of the car and it goes up. It's not in certain places. You can't put it in certain places.
Yeah.
But you do want to put it near where the tire is going to be at.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm using a screwdriver to lift my jack. Now I just saw the car raise a little bit, so I know that I can stop right there. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and start taking my lug nuts off.
Really? You don't have to get it really high?
You don't have to get it really high because you don't want it, when you take the lug nuts off,
Yeah.
you don't want to rock the car and knock the jack over.
Oh.
Now, I've loosened up my lug nuts. I'm going to check my jack. I can't move it. All my lug nuts are loose. I'm going to go ahead and crank it up. All right, so this is the tool that you can put in. It just hooks right in here. And all you do is turn. And you can hear the car going up. This is so much easier than using that screwdriver.
Really?
Oh, yes. Make sure that you have it tilted up because you don't want to scrape your knuckles on the ground. That really hurts. I've got some good clearance on my tires, so I can go ahead and finish taking these lug nuts off. All right, this is my last lug nut. Coming off. Now, there's plenty of space on the ground. That way there's no pressure on the tire. I can just pull it off. Normally what you do with this tire is you would put it underneath your car. Just in case anything happens, it could land on the tire, not on the ground, and not mess up your frame. But with this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it to go get patched.
What's in it?
It has a nice big screw in it.
Ooh.
So we're gonna take this to go get patched, and then we're gonna put it back on the car. All right, so we've got our tire back. It's been plugged, which means that the hole's been sealed up. We're gonna line it up with these, that the lug nuts go on. Cannot remember that name.
And it's nice and inflated too, isn't it?
Oh, this is perfect. You can see the difference between how it was and how it is.
Yes.
Now, one thing is that sometimes, since it was flat, you may have to lift it up a little bit more. I'm trying to see if I do. As you can see, it went right on. I'm gonna take my lug nuts and not drop them next time. When you got your lug nuts, this goes on the outside, this goes on the inside. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and screw them in. Not too hard, just enough to keep the tire on. So I'm screwing them in, and I'm just hand screwing them in right now for the same reason that we didn't take the lug nuts off when the car was lifted. You don't want to apply too much pressure while the jack's still up.
Oh.
All right, my lug nuts are on. This tire's not going anywhere, so I'm just going to go ahead and let the car down. All right, and go ahead and pull that out. Move it to the side. The other reason you want to go back and check all the lug nuts, as you tighten it up, it gets closer and closer in. So where you thought it was tight before, it'll be loose.
Oh.
Now this is the one I started with and put my foot on.
Look at that. Dressing.
So that is how we change a tire. Brought to you by Durham County Library. Thank you.